All right, what's up, everyone, and welcome to another random episode right here on Stay and Play. And what a month it's been for PlayStation. This September month has been crazy, crazy for PlayStation. So many ups and downs.
Hey, what's going on?
Nothing.
And when I was sitting and thinking about it, I figured that this perhaps warrants a video. A lot has happened this month for PlayStation. Good, bad, but in my opinion, mostly good. But I want to run down through all the things that happened this month with PlayStation, the goods and the bad. And the first one, let's jump into it. The first one. Actually, before we even jump into it, ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you see, please don't forget to hit that like, that subscribe, and ring the notification bell for all my latest videos. As you can see behind me over there, the sun is setting. So apologies if I move around and you get some glare in your eyes. But yes, please don't forget to hit that like, that subscribe, and ring the notification bell. If you have anything to share, any comments and your thoughts about the happenings with PlayStation this month, please leave your comments down in the comment section below. All right, let's get started. So the first topic that I want to jump into is Concord. Yeah, Concord.
Oh, don't cry, are you?
So, yeah, Concord was released sometime in August. It did horrible in sales. I think it said they did something like 25,000 units sold. And about 2 weeks later, on September 6th, they shut down the servers and they refunded the players. So not a great launch, not a great launch at all. 2 weeks later, game is shut down, put aside for new ways to move forward. Right? That's what the official announcement said, that they're gonna be looking at new ways to improve, I guess, or reintroduce this game. If it will be reintroduced, who knows? But yeah, that's what happened with Concord. And what is sad is that the rumors and the sayings is that they spent so much money on this. Last time I saw the figures was like 200 million on this game, which is kind of hard for me to believe. I mean, I've never played the game, I didn't buy it, but from what I've seen and the gameplay and the videos, 200 million seems like a lot, like a really lot for Overwatch basically clone. If it is, my mind is blown, but I doubt that's true. I don't think there's any official statement that said that was the amount, so the cost for producing this game. But yeah, it released into an environment where these online shooter Overwatch type is like kind of crowded. I mean, end of the year we still have Marvel Rivals. So we'll see how that goes. Maybe that will be better because of, brand and characters and all these things. But yeah, that is the sad thing that happened with Concord in the month of September. Yeah. All right, moving on to the second thing. And exactly on the same day that they shut down the Concord servers and refunded the people, give back the money to the people, Astrobot was released. Yeah, that cute little robot guy. The PlayStation, I guess after this he's the official PlayStation mascot. But yeah, Astrobot was released to critical acclaim. I think it's sitting on like a 94 on Metacritic with that, that stamp must play, stamp of approval, I'd say. So that's yeah. That was like the saving grace for the 6th of September. Astrobot was released. People loved it. People comparing it to Mario, saying that it's a Mario competitor or even beats Mario in certain aspects. I have yet to play it. If you ask me why, financial reasons. But don't worry, I'm saving up. I will get that game eventually. Hopefully beginning of October sometime. But yeah, so people are super happy with Astrobot. I mean, I was just playing the original one. I say the original, but the one that came pre-installed with the PS5. So I jumped back on that and was enjoying myself. So yeah, Astrobot is doing the most, and people are very happy with it. And it also begs the question that perhaps Sony should. I mean, I don't know what the official sales figures are, but rumors and the tweetings or the X's have been saying that it's been selling quite well. And it's a type of game that has longevity, right? When future parents buy their kids PS5 and they see this cute little mascot game, it gives it those long or running legs to go the distance, right? So people are predicting that it's going to do well. I think so as well. It looks super fun. And again, it begs the question that perhaps Sony should not focus too much on the online type of game. I understand that it is a market that is full of opportunity, right? If you can get one online shooter game or battle royale game or whatever to pop off, then that is a good constant flow of cash. But this game also shows that there is a market for this type of platforming game. A game that just sticks to the original reasons why we fell in love, or at least for me, why we fell in love with gaming in the first place. So shout out to Astrobot. Much to I hope it has much more success going forward, and hopefully this will also open Sony's eyes in terms of what they should invest in for future games. All right, and that was the 6th of September, right? The first 6 days, this is what happened. Let's move on to the next one. So on the 10th of September, the PS5 Pro was revealed with a young 9-minute YouTube video presentation where Mark Cerny went over the big three. And cue like that music in the background.
Gotta find my joint up on this bitch.
But yeah, so it was revealed. I won't lie, the presentation wasn't, the technical side, it wasn't much technical stuff. I enjoyed that. But the way they presented it with how they showcased the demos and stuff like that, not too happy with that. But just like I mentioned in my video, I'll put the link up there somewhere. The true beauty or the power will come into display once it's in the hands of the outlets, right? Once Digital Foundry gets a hold of it, once Gaming Vault, all these outlets get a hold of it and get to test it and visually see for themselves what the PS5 Pro is bringing to the table, things would change. And yeah. Right? Everyone was shouting, oh, the $700, what the hell? Sony's crazy. You can buy yourself a mid-range PC with that, so on and so forth. But yeah, at the end of the day, that was the price. I even said in my video, it's something for people who want that extra performance, and for that price, I think it's a bargain with what they're offering to the consumer base. But hey, that was just me, right? What do I know? I'm just some random dude on YouTube. But that's what happened on 10th of September. All right, moving on to the next topic. 10 days later, on the 20th of September, PlayStation revealed their 30th anniversary collection. And after watching that whole reveal, any concerns and worries about the $700 price for the PS5 Pro just disappeared. I mean, once they showed how everything looked, the color scheme, the cool USB cable that looks like a controller cable from the PS1 era, all of those things just like brought back nostalgia. But even more than that, the look, it just looked beautiful. That grayish off-white color just sold it even more. So yeah, shout out to the 30th anniversary collection. That was a big high note. I also made a video about it. I'll put a link somewhere here on the screen. But yeah, high five to PlayStation and that awesome 30th anniversary collection reveal. I never wanted a PlayStation Portal more badly than than now after seeing that reveal. But yeah, that was a high for PlayStation, and I think a very important one because it dispelled a lot of the $700 concern. But even more than that, 4 days later, Sony hosts, or PlayStation hosts, another State of Play. And the reason why I mentioned this is because this was such a great win for Sony and PlayStation. Specifically towards the end of the presentation, when Mark Cerny comes on and is like, yeah, the PS5 Pro enhanced games, what, we're going to show you some games that you've seen before and some that you haven't. So when he said that, there was like, in the back of my head, it's like, that we haven't. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? And lo and behold, the last 3 minutes of the presentation, they dropped Ghosts of Yotei, the sequel to Ghosts of Tsushima. And it is looking great. It's gonna look even better on the PS5 Pro. And yeah, what else can we say? What else can we say? It was the most, I'd say, anticipated reveal from PlayStation, because everyone thought in the previous State of Plays and stuff that they would reveal the sequel to Ghost of Tsushima, and they did it. They finally revealed it. And if Sony reveals a game at a State of Play, it either falls in two categories. It's either 3 to 6 months away, or it's 6 to 12 months away. And I'd say this falls in the 6 to 12 month category. So I'd say we'd see it in the first half of 2025, maybe even the first quarter of 2025. But yeah, that was the best mic drop moment for that State of Play. Personally, I would have liked to have continued with the Jin Sakai story, but I'm super excited to see where Sucker Punch takes this new game, in what direction. I wouldn't be surprised if throughout it, there's legends or stories of Jin Sakai as a secondary or side quest mission, or even part of the main story mission. Somehow Jin Sakai's name floats through the dialogue of this new Ghost game. But yeah, let's see how it goes, and super excited for it. Moving over to the next topic, on the 26th of September, Digital Foundry and other outlets had their hands-on testing done with the PS5 Pro, and they were left happy, excited for it, surprised by what they were getting for that price. Let's go! So I don't think price isn't that much of an issue anymore after seeing the power and what it's giving you, right? You have Gran Turismo with like in-game ray trace reflections. They even have an 8K mode. You have all these other games like the F1 pushing 8K, trying to hit 60, all the ray tracing effects. So in words of Digital Foundry, this is a mid-gen leap, right? It's not just a small increase. They're saying that this is a mid-gen refresh leap in technological power and ability for the PlayStation 5 Pro. So super excited to hear that. Yeah, as just like I said, once this gets into the hands of the professionals, so that they can give their professional opinion, all the doubts and worries will fade away. And this will officially be the best way to play any game on console this generation. So I'm looking forward to it. And let's move on to the next topic. And on the same day, the 26th of September, the pre-orders were opened up. And within a couple of hours, the 30th anniversary collection was sold out. So yeah, all the people were like, it's too expensive. People dropped close to $1,000 to get this thing. No problems whatsoever.
Gentlemen, in exactly 5 days, we will be $100 billion richer.
So congratulations to everyone who was able to secure their pre-order. Super green of envy right now, but I hope you enjoy. And it's the same thing. As soon as the collection was sold out, on the same day also the normal PS5 Pro pre-orders were open. I tried to stay in line to see if I could get an opening, just to see how much, if I could, right? And I waited, I finally got in, and then I was kicked out immediately because at that time everything was sold out already. So not too mad about that. I know a lot of people are. I've seen some horrible rants on Twitter or X, people like spewing venom towards Sony because they were waiting and they weren't able to get it. Yeah, a lot of people were waiting and weren't able to get it. Not that special. But that's the game when it comes to pre-orders. And best believe the scalpers got their hands, because as soon as they did, the listings went up on like Amazon and all these places and selling the stuff for like $5,000. So yeah, scalpers definitely played a hand there. But who's to blame? Can't blame them really, because they know that people want this stuff and people will pay. There's someone out there who will pay $5,000 for it. And one thing to mention as well is that all the people, or at least the big people from the outlets, you know who I'm talking about, put a picture of them here, right? They were all talking about it's too expensive, but they were the first ones to say, yep, my pre-order is in and I'm waiting for the device.
Technology perspective, but I think from an average consumer perspective, a digital only PlayStation 5 Pro for $700, I just, this is sort of like how people reacted to the PS4 Pro. When the PS4 Pro came out, they were like, this is sort of weird. Like, it doesn't really feel like we need this jump, and it doesn't feel like it does anything significant enough to warrant making that huge purchase. So that's just my initial reaction to the whole thing, my 2 cents on it. And I mean, chat, I'm watching the live chat right now. Everybody's posting L's in chat, like spamming L's. So I think the reaction to this is going to be negative.
So it's quite funny to see people push a different rhetoric when it comes to PlayStation and talking about Sony don't know what they're doing. This is too expensive. But then the next day they go and purchase the product. Yeah, just goes to show sometimes agendas are being pushed, but that's to be expected when the underdog is in play, right? And by underdog I mean Sony. Sony is the underdog here. No way Microsoft is the underdog, even though they're doing crap in console sales. We all know that Sony is the underdog here because of evaluation, right? The cost, or how much Microsoft is worth compared to Sony, is galaxies, if not universes apart. So shout out to Sony. I wish them more success. And I'm glad that people have received this so well, despite all the backlash over price and build your own PC, it's better and blah, 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 blah. So shout out to Sony for that. And ladies and gentlemen, that has been the crazy month that Sony had for September. All the ups and downs, from Concord being shut down and refunds being made, to Astrobot getting critical acclaim, back down to backlash over the price, back up to the 30th anniversary, and the wonderful analysis done by Digital Foundry on why the PS5 Pro is actually a mid-gen leap. And also the fact that the 30th anniversary collection sold out within hours. So crazy month for Sony. Hopefully maybe I should do more of these where I do a month analysis. But yeah, it is what it is. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you liked what I am dishing, please don't forget to hit that like, hit that subscribe, and ring the notification bell for all my latest videos. Yeah, and if you have anything to say, what are your thoughts on this crazy month that Sony had? Please leave your comments down in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm out.